So the men's 1500 metres about to get underway, and really interesting race here. Nick McCormack won the UK Championships. Colin McCourt in there as well. Kipruto, the Olympic steeplechase champion. Andy Badley, Britain's #1 at 1500 metres. But then Teresa Mäkinen, former world indoor champion. Augustine Chogi, of course, great 5,000 metre runner, but also really good over the shorter distance of 1500, both indoors and outdoors. Well, we're expecting a pretty fast race here. Mäkinen has asked for, well, 3:31, 3:32, which takes us right into world record territory. I'm not sure he's capable yet this year of running that sort of time, but we shall see. It's what he's asked for. Lewis Moses ran well at the UK Champs, was second ahead of Colin McCourt. Colin actually said he underestimated his opposition on that occasion. And I guess there's Nick McCormack, the winner last week. Getting back into good shape. Russell Brown won the big mile race in Boston from the USA. There's Kipruto, Olympic steeplechase champion. 3:37 he's run for 1500 metres indoors this year. Andy Badley looking to make up for the disappointments of last year, 2 6th places in the championships. Now Bethwell Birigan of Kenya could be a threat. He's run a new personal best this year. Lots of new names coming out of Kenya and Ethiopia. Mäkinen, remember when he came out of nowhere to win the World Indoors in 2008? Hadn't heard of him before then. Well, Augustine Chogi we know all about. And I think it's going to be a great race between those two, with Birigan probably not far away. Here's our two pacemakers on the outside, Polonais and Cheboy. And they've got a tough task, as I said. They've got a lap in, well, a 400-metre lap with between 56 and 57, so between 28 and 29 for the 200-metre lap. Indoors, 7.5 laps off the track. Take a while to sort themselves out, but at the pace they've asked, they should be strung out pretty quickly. And it's a bit of a dilemma for the likes of Nick McCormack, who undoubtedly, who would really want to go quick here, get a fast time. But if you get sucked into the really fast pace, that's not going to do any good whatsoever. So they're well strung out through the first 200 metres, and it was about 27.24. Little quick, you'd expect that on the first lap.
Well, two of the main protagonists here lying in 3rd and 4th place, Mäkinen and Chogi, both in the all-time top 10 for this distance. It's certainly going to be very interesting to see what the first split time is, the first significant one at 400 metres, because the pacemaker there, Polonais, has taken them out very quickly, but the field is strung out, and if the Brits want to hang on here, they've got to maintain contact with that leading group, especially when you think that behind Polonais you've got Chogi, Mäkinen and Kipruto as well.
Well, this is a bit too quick. That was inside world record pace. Hisham El Garouj set that record in 1997, 3:31.18, and that was 55.4. Too quick, even for the fast boys here. Chogi's right there. Mäkinen always looks as though he's working hard. He's not the smoothest of runners. Often with the Ethiopians and the Kenyans, we see how smooth they are, but he's a bit of a rock and roller. Mäkinen, he's in 4th place at the moment. Nick McCormack leading the British Challenge at a better pace, but even for them, this is pretty quick.
Absolutely right. The pacemakers certainly haven't eased up here. The second of them, Cheboy, will take over when the leader Polonais decides to just step to one side already, just having a look inside, and Chogi is the man that he's going to see being led by Collins Cheboy, the second of the pacemakers, and now the field is really beginning to string out.
Chogi looks comfortable. It might suit him, this fast pace. He's got supreme strength. He's been in good shape this winter season already, but Mäkinen looking dangerous. So is Birigan, the new Kenyan I mentioned right at the very beginning. They're waiting for the pacemaker to drop out, and Chogi will be the man to try and pick it up. They've slowed. It was 1:53.4 through 800, 2:22.7 through 1,000 metres, but a fast time still on the cards if they can pick it up. Big gap then to those chasing.
Just under 2 laps to go. This is really 2 separate races. You've got Africa filling 1st, 2nd and 3rd place, and then the rest. About a 20-metre gap in between. A relentless pace, no let up by the leaders whatsoever.
Well, look at Mäkinen, he's decided it's slowed too much, 2:52 there, that was almost a 60-second lap, but look, it just cuts in ahead of Chogi a little bit too early. Chogi stays on his feet, Bagan starting to struggle a little bit. Nick McCormack still leading the Battle of the Brits, but Colin McCourt is just about to go past him, as is Andy Badley. But at the front, look at this, a superb sprint for home by Chogi. He's so good, he's so strong, he's got pace as well, but Mäkinen trying to hang on to him. Kenya versus Ethiopia again. This is going to be a quick time. Chogi looking for the victory though. He's going to hold off Mäkinen. He's going to do that. Just watch the clock here. This will be a super fast time. 3:33.24. Mäkinen takes second place. Bagan just hangs on ahead of Kipruto, Legesse, then Brown. And I think McCourt, the first of the British athletes to cross the line. That was strength. Superb strength from Chogi after a way too quick first 600 metres or so. Fastest in the world this year for the Kenyan. Colin McCourt's time, we think, around 3:38, which would certainly be good enough to take him to Paris if the selectors wanted him to go. Of course, he ran in Delhi as well. Nick McCormack tried to go. That was the risk he took, wasn't it? He went with some of that early pace and paid for it. Strength there, Paul. That's what that was all about there from Chogi.
It was phenomenal. I thought Mäkinen was going to stay with him. At the bell, he just sped ahead and put about 3 or 4 metres between himself and Mäkinen. And at one point, I did think Mäkinen was going to come back. And that time that he set, incidentally, the 7th fastest in history and just outside of the British all-comers record that was set by Mäkinen last year. He actually increased the lead just a little bit towards the end. Superb strength, stamina, and great tactical awareness as well. He went with 200 metres, and there was no way back for Mäkinen. It was a vicious kick by Chogi, Commonwealth Games champion some years ago, and still a superb athlete. Great race, superb race.
And I've stopped Augustin just at the end of his lap of honour, a well-deserved lap of honour. Tell me about that performance, first of all. How good was it from your perspective?
Well, the performance for today was really grateful. I'm really happy about the performance of today. But first of all, I would like to really thank all my fans. Really, usually Birmingham is one of my favorite track meet. And for the last almost 3 years, I've been performing well here. Thanks to everybody who really make this day to be a great one.
And did you expect that kind of fast time from yourself today?
Yeah, really, I knew that I was in a good form after running a 3K in Stuttgart and perform and run under 7:30. So I knew that the best will be good. Although I was expecting more than that.
Well, congratulations. It was great to see. Well done.
Thanks very much.